So, I don't want to have a repeat of Legend of Zelda Ganondorf Rising. I had two parts in the last chapter, and the second part was barely over 3 minutes. I want to try to get at least 6 minutes on this, so I will read in a very monotone, dramatic voice. And maybe add some awesome background music when I'm finished. For now, though, I'm going to talk about how good banana nut bread is for the soul. You just take the loaf of banana nut bread, pop it in your mouth, start chewing. Automatically, your soul is rejuvenated by the deliciousness that you are experiencing. It's a great feeling, truly, to just have that banana nut bread in your mouth. You're honored to have that banana nut bread in your mouth. I know I would be. And you just chew and just keep chewing, and every time you chew, it just escalates more and more, and you're just getting more. It gets more intense of every single nibble. And nom nom nom. Oh, banana nut bread. Oh, it tastes so good. I want more banana nut bread. I want the banana bread. I don't want to eat anything else. I want banana bread. You swallow, and it just floats to the pit of your stomach. And you feel like a new man, not a new woman. Even if you're a woman, you always feel like a new man. Doesn't matter what gender you are. When you're done eating banana nut bread, you always feel like a new woman. Man, sorry. What? Like I was saying, it's just so delicious, And as the acid, your stomach acid just envelops the banana nut bread bites, the bits, the pieces, whatever you want to call it. The true essence of life starts to flow upwards through your small intestine and your large intestine, through your diaphragm, through your throat, and then you get a cavity. And then fuck life. Good idea. We don't want to be caught in this on the way home. Rarity would have a fit if I came home soaking wet, Sweetie Belle said, getting up and gathering her small gems into a pile. She's already going to be pretty mad at me for coming home dirty. Starbloom watched for a minute before getting some towels from her saddlebags and passing them out to her friends. When they look at her confused, she unfolds one and puts Scootaloo's gem in it before folding it back up and smiles. To carry your gems in, Starbloom said, smiling. The others getting the idea and grinned, doing the same things. Starbloom herself put her gems in a saddlebag before pulling it on, and waited for the others to be ready before walking out with them Applebloom's house. What? See you later, Applebloom, she said, smiling. See y'all tomorrow, Applebloom replied. Sweetie Belle and Scootaloo also said goodbye to Applebloom before the trio walked back towards Ponyville. Starbloom, thinking to herself as they walked out, had an idea. She smiled to herself. Hey, Scootaloo, want us to walk you home first? She asked, looking over to Scootaloo, smiling at her, hoping she would say yes so she can get an idea of how she lived. Nah, you two better get on home. Don't want to be caught out in this if it starts to rain, Scootaloo said. She had a good point, and Starbloom mentally face-hoofed at her logic. I'll see you girls tomorrow, Scootaloo said cheerfully and broke away from the group, heading off on her own. Starbloom made a mental note of the direction she headed. See you tomorrow, Scootaloo. Starbloom, Sweetie Belle said with a smile before also making her way home. Starbloom looked at Sweetie Belle, smiling. See you tomorrow, you two, Starbloom said, smiling before sighing to herself and turned to walk to the library. She had really hoped Scootaloo would have let her go with her to her home, if only to make sure she had a home to go to. She kicked a rock as she walked before flinching as the rain started to come down. Scootaloo had a point. She groaned softly and started to run quickly as she could, carrying the heavy saddlebags on her back, her cape fluttering behind her. Once she got to the door, she opened it and quickly came inside, shaking herself off. sending a spray of water around her. "Hey, do you mind?" a familiar voice said, and it caused Starbloom to pause and look, seeing Spike standing near the door, soaked from Starbloom, shaking herself off with a soggy scroll. "Wait, are you Starbloom?" he asked, looking at the filly, who was staring at him with an odd look on her face. Author's note. Sorry this took so long to come out. I had a hard time trying to come up with something interesting for this chapter. I really hope the grammar's a lot better this time as well. And always please let me know if there are any mistakes. Well, as I read this chapter, Ms. Wolf, I gotta let you know on a secret. There's a lot of chapters in these grammar errors. That's right. Not a lot of grammar errors in this chapter. There's a lot of chapters in these grammar errors. They all just spread apart and reveal a chapter for each mistake. And I had to read them all! I'm disappointed in you. This was not what was supposed to happen. You were supposed to go by the book! But you didn't. You let everybody down. Let's read these comments. Oh, yay. Rainbow Flash. You need to keep the conversations realistic and in character. Other than that, fine chapter. Bravo, Rarity Face. Lisa Wolf, in reply to Rainbow Flash. More realistic. I can see that. Twilight Happy Face. I'll try to improve character dialogue. Any suggestions on how? Question mark. Twinkleberry, Rarity Face. Good work. I have a feeling these three fanfiction.net users are going to experience a severe pain in their throat, because I just sent out a tapeworm all across the northern hemisphere, and they have went to all three of these people's house and crawled inside their crawl space and build a tapeworm mansion wherever they please. In other words, local movie star Amanda Bynes has been shot by a gopher. The gopher proceeded to rip into her stomach, take out her spleen, and sell it to Daffy Duck for a stick of gum! Back to you, Bob.